starting this playthrough. So single player, and oh, I'm gonna turn redeems off for this one because aerialism can't be trusted. Like tower defense, kind of, yeah. It's kind of like that. There's a lot of people that have played Dungeon Keeper who rated it similar to Dungeon Keeper, but also different in many ways. All right, campaign.
Job done. Again, the ultimate evil's army stood before the gates.
Oh no, reset. Again, I played this years ago and I don't remember it.
Troops of the absolute evil had driven the Alliance back to their capital, King's Ending. The time for the final battle had arrived. Prepare to destroy the Alliance, and with it, all good in the land once and for all.
That sounds like the final battle. Is it supposed to start there? I guess so.
Once upon a time, there was a kingdom full of flowers and rainbows, where the sun shone all the time, and there was loads of that goody-goody, lovey-dovey good people stuff going on. There,
and then Flute
the
Girl.
alliance of abominably good people lived in unearned wealth and prosperity.
Unearned. Oh god, someone's got the dreamer over there.
But there was a path leading to a different place there. At the end of this path was a rock. There was a cave carved in this rock, in which the absolute evil lived. It wasn't a grubby, damp cave smelling of muck and mildew, but a deep, dark dungeon, so dark that even darkness itself was afraid of it.
The eyes take something away from
Home
it.
to numerous innocent monsters, who enjoyed a happy,
Oh my
contented
God.
existence, living in complete harmony with their environment.
Dude, that unicorn's blinking.
But time and again, the sickening, sweet-smelling good
It's still
visited
alive.
this underworld in search of treasure and experience points. Many monsters found this to be the death of them, but much worse, the absolute evil's treasures were being stolen. One day, just as a few more heroes had finished plundering its dungeon, the absolute evil decided it had had enough, and decided to do something new, something quite monstrous. Go to the surface.
The logo is like the old
Alliance
Super
tried to
Friends.
resist, but the approaching horde just flowed over them like an angry wave of axes, teeth, and bad breath. After numerous unrelenting battles, the absolute evil finally stood before the Alliance's capital, King's Ending.
Why did they throw the goblin? Just yeet a goblin at the wall. You can also pick up your defeated units and throw them onto a sickbed yourself. This saves your little snots some work. Oh, that's right. The workers in this game are called snots. Have a good evening. Thank you, Stormheart. Why didn't you throw the goblin? I don't know. Ooh, that's a little loud. I'll turn it down some once I can.
The forces of the absolute evil reached the Alliance capital, King's Ending. The lovable remnants of the forces of good had come here to make ready for the final battle.
I like that goblin with the
People would
flamethrower.
pay a high price indeed to storm those fortress walls, or so they thought.
Smug giggle.
Suddenly, a rumble rose from deep within the earth. Stones burst asunder, revealing an ancient path into the depths. Out of the depths of Stygian darkness arises the invincible evil.
Oh, I love how the land around it
earth-shaking
changes.
steps, the unstoppable evil.
GW2 expansion.
Yeah, I got that early access. Okay, hold on a second. Let's do... I'll keep dialogue up, and I'll turn down effects and music. We'll see how that goes. Thank you, Dr. Ginger Pepper Ale. Mukluk Douglas, about thought of the original Disc the 4th is a Johnson Festivals. The 3rd was you, Dr. Ginger Pepper Ale to the lap. Hope you enjoy. Stay entertainment is on the way. Kirk, get the speakers on to the Baker's giveaways every please because he on the edge.
Began its trek towards the front. In the terribly improbable event that it may have forgotten how that works, a formidable help function has been provided.
Okay, WASD moves the camera. We've got standard controls for like a normal RTS.
Was also reflected in the land itself. Grass withered, and in places the ground tore open to reveal bubbling lava. I said, with earth-shaking steps, the unstoppable,
Okay,
if
my
somewhat
puppy is
sluggish.
telling me it's bedtime. Good night, y'all.
Good night, K Renegade.
Began its trek towards the front.
Yeah, I'm going, narrator.
A few of the Alliance units had entrenched themselves here. A determined absolute evil marched towards them in order to strike them down with its mighty weapon.
Bonk. Yo, I'm like Sauron. Oh, book. What's up?
The absolute evil had discovered a medal. These legendary awards ensured a creature could be made even more powerful. Only one downside. The creature could only wear one at a time. Eyes ablaze with greed, the insidious evil gazed upon the blood-drenched battlefield. Here the last defenders of good would die, and an age of evil begin. Projectiles from the Alliance's catapults darkened the sky.
Ooh, that's cool.
The Horde's fighting skills were at their best in darkness, if they survived. Absolute evil strode like a war god through the defenders' ranks and smote them with ease to the ground.
Now, they... Later in the game, you know, I know that the game basically becomes like a building game. You're not controlling this dude the whole time. I think this is just to set the story.
The forces of good never had a chance against the absolute evil.
Is that a bard? That dude's like strumming a guitar. Is this like spawn units?
Absolute evil destroyed the defenders'
Ah,
camp
that is part of...
with the greatest of ease.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
That looks
only
rad.
one tiny camp offers any resistance to the absurdly evil evil. And even that won't be able to hold out for much longer.
See, like a health potion looking thing. I love how the damage is 666 and 1337. Oh, is it? I didn't even notice. Yeah, it is. It is 666 damage or 1337 when you use the left and right hand of the devil. Crush the eastern encampment. Real milk or milk substitute? What? Just buy milk. Why do you need to go through the effort of making not milk milk?
Absolute evil destroyed the defenders' camp in the east with the greatest of ease. The defenders in front of the city had been beaten to a pulp and defeated. Now the time had come to attack King's Ending. The final battle beckoned.
Final battle, chat. This has been a great game. We're
The
almost
city
done with
gate
it.
was firmly barricaded by the Alliance's archers. But the absolute evil would not allow itself to be held up by such a ridiculous impediment. So, go get them! Destroy them now! Oh yes, sorry, stay in character. The absolute evil used its all-powerful magic to eliminate the archers and open the gate to the
Spike wave. Shoot out spikes out of the ground, administering unpleasant and involuntary acupuncture treatment to opponents.
Using its legend, wait for it, dairy power.
Good night, Mark and chat. Have a good end of stream.
Have a good night,
Absolute evil
Kitsuro.
destroyed the impediment with ease and simultaneously eliminated a whole group of defenders. The road to the capital was now clear. The absolute evil did not hesitate for even 1 nanosecond.
What if I hesitate? Earlier, the narrator got lippy with me when I was moving too slowly. What's he gonna do if I...
Actually, the cowardly evil did hesitate.
What?
What would have waited in the city?
The cowardly
Would
evil?
its lousy defenders, which it previously had managed to slay in droves, suddenly come up with something more serious? The insidious evil entered King's Ending. A small, pitiful group of defenders stood in its way. Suddenly, the doors of several houses in the city opened, and with a loud roar, defenders bore down on the rather surprised evil. An ambush.
Alright, I beat the
The
game.
invincible evil had crushed the defenders. King's Ending had been defeated. At least, that's what it thought.
Oh god, random angels!
Suddenly, the final heroes of the Alliance emerged from nowhere. Another ambush? Now, this was becoming very boring. But wait, this time it was different. Instead, the heroes raised their hands and started singing an incomprehensible chant. A magical ritual? This did not bode well. Well, actually, it boded the arrival of good things, great things, unless you happen to be the absolute evil.
Level 1 victory.
Somewhere in the depths of the dungeon, the ultimate evil awoke. It did not know what had happened, nor why it had awoken, but it longed for revenge. The last remaining heroes of the country joined forces and cast a powerful banishment spell. The absolute evil disappeared from sight with a threatening gesture, and a faint whispered, "I'll be back," could be heard coming from its lips. The absolute evil had been banished, and its essence shattered into several pieces. Its reign of terror had ended. The good people of the overworld rejoiced, and an era of peace began for the Alliance. The evil creatures were driven back into the underground, doomed to serve as cannon fodder for pleasure-seeking adventurers. Meanwhile, secreted away in the world's most inaccessible places, the last remains of the absolute evil were resting.
We just passed. Did you see it? The Lord of the Rings ring. We just passed it.
Until today, that is. Somewhere deep under the earth, the ultimate evil awoke.
Okay. I'm guessing I'm going to have lost a lot of my power and I'm going to regather it or something. Pressing the home key returns you to your throne room. Just waiting on that load.
And the hand of terror arose, controlled by the ultimate evil. Come on, hand of terror, arise, damn you!
Is that the mouse?
Methinks that exploring the surrounding area would be a sensible strategy. However, to do this, light would be required. Still not bright enough.
Roy Mustang, anyone?
An old throne room was revealed by the light. The circumstances remained a mystery. The hand of terror flew through the throne room, following each and every thought the ultimate evil had. After a few flying sessions, the ultimate evil was able to control the hand with ease. The time had come to call forth creatures who were completely devoted to it and would do its dirty work. Little snots were the dregs of each and every dungeon and spent their time taking care of it. The expansion-mad evil hired one snot on the spot.
How do I do that? Hire little snot.
The first little snot appeared. It was completely ready to work in the dungeon and to crawl in the dust before the ultimate evil. Little snots were important to the ultimate evil.
Oh, here's my
because they
dude.
took care of many important little things, such as excavating new areas. The psionically gifted evil could sense the presence of something important that was buried to the south. It instructed its little snots to dig in that direction. As quick as a fart, the little snot made
As
its
quick
way
as
to
a
the marked
fart.
position and began to dig. Behold, the creatures of the overjoyed evil had apparently been much more industrious than it had thought. A great dungeon was revealed behind the wall. Everything was already in place. Doors, traps, a well-filled treasury. Oh, wait. Treasury? And where, if you please, is this treasury? Oh, well. One can't expect too much of these mindless little snots. First of all, some gold had to be dug out to make space for a treasury to be created. The hand of terror swiftly marked a few small gold veins so that the little snots could excavate them. As soon as the gold vein was selected, a little snot immediately set out to mine valuable gold for the greedy evil.
Okay, so it looks like they can mine the same spot if they're on different sides of it. So where are they bringing the gold? Do they just put it over here where it started at? Can I get more dudes? So they're 100 gold each.
Once most of the gold had been mined, the Hand of Terror quickly created a treasury on the spot so that the precious metal could be safely stored.
Build a treasury. Build a treasury in which your snots can hoard more treasure for you. Does it matter where? Oh, that it's just like instant. Okay.
The clever evil mastered this task with flying colors.
Thank you.
From now on, little snots could use the treasury to store mined gold. It was then at the greedy evil's disposal whenever more rooms needed to be built or new creatures recruited. Little snots were all well and good, but were too weak and cowardly to defend the dungeon. Since it was not able to defend itself, the ultimate evil would have to hire some orcs. But they would require food. Liquid food. Well, beer to be precise. So the next important thing to build was a brewery. And that would require some space to be created. The ultimate evil had the feeling that its servants were not really putting their backs into the work. Might a hearty slap from the Hand of Terror change that?
Wait, a slap from the hand. That mouse is the hand, right?
The sadistic evil encouraged its creature to work a little faster, with a friendly but not at all gentle.
I can actually damage them by slapping him with the flying hand
There was now
to make them work faster.
The brewery site, and with quick finger snaps from the Hand of Terror, the room stood ready.
Brewery.
Excellent. But the recently built brewery lacked a brewery.
I didn't know Will Smith had his own dungeon. I mean, oh my god.
The overworked evil set about taking care of that too.
Wait, what is this? Regen rate +2. Alright, for now we're just gonna put this over here. What is this thing? Give a health potion to a creature. Alright, we're just gonna set that down. Okay, so let's see. Treasury here. How do I... What am I supposed to do right now? Put a brew kettle into the brewery. Oh, I click on the brewery room, then click brew kettle.
The hard-working evil effortlessly built a brewing copper so that delicious beer could be brewed as soon as possible. One of the little snots started working on the brewing copper. The nostalgic evil banished all thoughts of Oktoberfest and brass bands. Those would have to wait. More important tasks had to be completed first. Both beer and gold were now available in the dungeon, so it was time to hire some creatures to defend against greedy heroes or whatever else snuck around underground. At present, it was only simple orcs declaring undying loyalty to the ultimate evil. The rest of the horde was scattered to the winds. Orcs were defensive, close combat
I got an orc.
capable of dealing with many opponents. However, they were very vulnerable to ranged attacks. The nameless evil's creatures came upon a spider's nest during their search for an entrance
Where's
to
the orc?
world. It would take more than one orc to smoke that out. The abysmal evil used the Hand of Terror to grab several of the creatures that were still completely inexperienced at fighting and threw them onto the spider's nest.
I mean, no, I got one dude that can fight. Okay, what if I, okay. This is funny. All right, fight there. Okay, there you go. Fight next to the trap thing. This is funny. It's weird that the mouse pointer, it's like part of the game. You know what I mean? Like it's actually...
Payday.
Also, what was he doing while he was idle?
Through the halls. It did not bode well for the ultimate evil's treasury stocks.
He was like
For at each
hammering the
signing of
wall in
law,
here.
The creatures would collect their undeserved wages. However, there was little it could do about this, as it was chained to the throne. Thus, it had to give free rein to its servants' desires. For the time being, at least. The dungeon of the expansion-mad evil grew and prospered, but unfortunately, it had reached the maximum possible population it could currently manage. Now a creature would have to be thrown into the bottomless pit before any others could be brought in.
Oh, that's not good. I mean, I don't know that I want to do that. How do I repair stuff?
The mentally challenged evil
Oh, there we
swept
go.
over one of the dungeon doors. It was child's play for the Hand of Terror to open and close these for its servants. They were, of course, firmly locked at all times to the enemy.
Can you name the minions? I'm not sure. I'm wondering what is happening when these guys are hammering on the walls in here. Oh god. Can I pick up more than one at a time? Yes. Just gotta row them. Oh, he got a level up. Cool. Is there any stats or anything? Back to Roost menu. Alright, what does this say? Alright, so I did that. Population points, 15 out of 15. This is shown by populations at the top in the middle. If you've reached max limit, you will not be able to hire additional creatures, so you dismiss one. You can do this by picking up a creature, throwing it into the pit. You can instruct your little snots to excavate areas in the dungeon. To do so, left click on a tile. Yep, I figured that out. Types of gold. You'll come across two types of gold underground, veins and rich veins. Gold veins are removed quickly, much in the same way as normal walls, provide you with a quick boost of gold for a short period of time. Rich gold veins last a longer period of time, but only small gold each time. Boulder room, deselect everything else, treasury. Yep, I did that. Badges in the dungeon. If you find a badge, you can simply pick it up with a Hand of Terror and drop it on a monster to give it to them. Alternatively, you can throw the monster onto the badge. So I could give one of the orcs the regen book. Whacking units. You can also whack your units with a Hand of Terror in order to motivate them to work faster and emphasize the priority of a particular task. The unit you whack will work more effectively for a short period of time, but lose a little of its life force. To whack a unit, right-click it. Efficiency of rooms. Rooms have an efficiency rating that shows you how well work can be performed inside. You should try to ensure the room is surrounded by walls as far as possible, and they have ideally also been upgraded. Pro tip, efficiency can be increased beyond 100%. Picking up units with the Hand of Terror, I already figured that out. You can pick up multiple creatures at once, we just figured that out. You can lock doors, hence making them impassable for your creatures, useful for protecting them from enemy areas. To do so, left-click on the door. Clicking on it a second time makes it traversable once more. Okay, so I have to get 5 orcs. Which means I'm gonna have to sacrifice snots.
The creature disappeared into the pit of uselessness with a long, drawn, and gradually diminishing... This particular act of wickedness brought a smile to the face of the ultimate evil.
Can y'all handle that? I don't know how to fix the doors. I don't know how to fix the doors. Alright.
Suddenly, one of the repellent evil's servants became very thirsty. This was typical of a troop member of the unanonymous alcoholics known as the Horde. The Dipso made his way to the nearest brewery to quench his thirst. A thirsty orc arrived at the brewery. Eager and slavering, he started demolishing the alcohol-hoarding evil's stock of beer.
Oh, shoot, I was not trying to click on that. Fill that back in. Ah, shoot. I'm really not sure if do I have the ability to build more traps or rebuild doors or anything? Or is it, just throw orcs on spider? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Maybe I've been doing something dumb here. Maybe if I can I kill the spider nest and then the attacks maybe stop if I do this? What does this do?
The spiders dropped like flies. The strategically well-versed evil patted itself on the back, proud that it had led its troops into battle.
Chance of crit plus 5%. There you go. Vargok the spider killer.
Chucking them at the enemy. The basics of a dungeon were now in place. However, the brewery was puny and didn't really have room to store beer barrels in, and the treasury was also anything but impressive in size.
Expand your brewery, okay.
The expansion-hungry evil set out to enlarge its dungeon.
No.
One louse-infested orc crawled up from the depths and declared allegiance to the ultimate evil. The first step towards the creation of a powerful army had been taken. The profound evil had had enough of dungeon sightseeing and now wanted to move to the surface to try a dish that is best served cold. Revenge. Some Alliance members were bound to be guarding the entrance to the overworld. A fine appetizer for a vengeful evil.
So the orcs on their idol, they drink beer, they pick up their payday, and they also, like, hammer on the walls in here? It's like they're adding wood planks to the walls? I'm guessing that's increasing the efficiency. The efficiency of a room indicates how effectively work can be carried out. The higher it is, the better or faster rooms, to be more accurate. Rooms with walls are significantly more effective than open rooms. Similarly, it helps that the walls are upgraded. Efficiency can be increased past 100. Okay. Alright, so it said to move out into the open world. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shoot. Hold on. I'm gonna have to tell the snots to dig first. Okay, here, you guys can go back to what you were doing, I guess. I wonder if I can I drag the mouse around, like drag a square on people, or do I have to pick them up one at a time? I guess I'll give the regen book to Mukluk, the lucky finder. Whoa! What is that?
The evil has awoken, but its brothers are still asleep.
What?
Huh? What on earth was that? That's not in my script. No matter. We'd better get back to concentrating on the dungeon.
Should I build another brewery in here? Like, I got enough room now. I can. I'll expand the brewery some more, I guess. It says next quest is dig south. Is there spiders in here that are alive? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh, okay, so I just thought they liked doing the walls in the brewery. They're actually upgrading the walls all over the base. You just ruined the walls they built? Yeah. It's kind of cool that there's something for them to work on. You know, like the rest of the time. Like, that's actually pretty neat. Evilness accrued.
A huge monstrosity loomed out of the darkness on 8 legs.
Whoa.
This dungeon's human guards had been ancient history for a long while. Now it was home to a huge spider and her brood. Would Sam and Frodo escape it and continue their journey to Mount Doom, or was this the end of the Ring Bearer? Hang on a minute, that's not the right text. Where were we? Oh yes, a huge spider, henceforth called the Spider Queen. It would be necessary to eliminate the Spider Queen